Good day everyone! Welcome to Cool Series Heart School online class. Before we start, I will introduce myself first. I am Teacher April and I will be your science teacher for today. Okay, before we go to our topic, I want you to get your Inside Out 2 science book. Okay, do you have your book with you now? Okay, and turn it on page 1. Today, we were going to discuss the characteristics of living things found in chapter 1. But before we start, I have here a 2 picture. I want you to choose among the 2. But before we start, I have prepared here a 2 picture. I want you to choose among the 2 picture which is an example of living thing. Is it picture number 1 or picture number 2? Picture number 1 or picture number 2? Which is an example of a living thing? What is your answer? I can't hear you. Very good. The picture that shows as an example of living thing is picture number 1. Alright, let's now know what living thing is. Living things are things or any life forms that are alive. Can you read it again with me? Living things are any life forms that are alive. Examples are plants, animals, and humans. For plants, I have here a tree. Your mother's flower in the garden is a plant that is considered as a living thing. For animals, I have here a rabbit. Your neighbor's cat and dogs are animals too. They are also considered as an living things too. And I have here a human. Me and you are example of a human. Therefore, we are considered as a living thing. Okay, let's now proceed to examples of living things. The examples of living things are plants, animals, and humans. For plants, I have here a tree. Your mother's flower in the garden is also an example of a plant. Therefore, it is also considered as a living thing. For animals, I have here a rabbit, a dog, a cat, an elephant is also an animal. Therefore, they are also considered as a living thing. And for human, we have yourself, your sister, your brother, me, your teacher, is a human. Therefore, we are all considered as a living thing because a living thing is any organism that has life forms or alive. Okay, let's now proceed to non-living things. What is non-living things? Non-living things are things that are not alive. Again, non-living things are things that are not alive. Let's now proceed to examples of non-living things. Examples are toys, school supplies, clothes, and vehicles. For toys, I have here a picture of a stuffed toy. Your sister's doll is a toy as well as your little brother's car. They are considered as non-living thing. For school supplies, I have here eraser, your pencil, your bag, your pen, your book, and your paper is a school supply. Therefore, they are considered as non-living thing. And for clothes, I have here shirts. The shirts I am wearing now is an example of non-living thing. Your daddy's pants, your mother's blouse, your uniform is a clothes. They are considered as non-living thing. The next one is vehicle. And for vehicle, I have here a car. A car, a motorcycle in the street, a truck in the road is an example of non-living thing because they doesn't have life. Again, non-living things are things that has no life or that are not alive. Did you get it? Okay, very good. Okay, before we start, I have prepared here a song entitled Living and Non-Living Things. This song will help you differentiate and will help you remember the differences between living and non-living things. Do you want to sing it with me? Very good. Alright, let's sing it together. Does it breathe air? Does it move or grow? Does it need food and water? If yes, then you know it's a living thing. Does it breathe air? Does it move or grow? Does it need food and water? If yes, then you know it's a living thing. Does it breathe air? Does it move or grow? Does it need food or water? If you know, then you know it's a non-living thing. Does it breathe air? Does it move or grow? Does it need food or water? If no, then you know it's a non-living thing. Did you enjoy the song? Very good! Okay, let's now know what are the characteristics of living things. First, we have nutrition. Second, we have respiration. And then we have growth, reproduction, movement, response to stimulus, excretion. Again, we have nutrition, respiration, growth, reproduction, movement, response to stimulus, and excretion. Let's first proceed to nutrition. Say it again. Nutrition. Very good. Nutrition is the process of getting food to grow and be healthy. Can you read it again with me? Nutrition is the process of getting food to grow and be healthy. Very good. As you can see here, the rabbit is eating a leaves. The rabbit needs the nutrients in the leaves, that's why he is eating a leaves. Therefore, living things need food and water to stay alive, while non-living things do not need food and water. Just like this cell phone. This cell phone do not need food and water to stay alive because this cell phone is considered as, yes, this cell phone is considered as non-living thing. Did you get it? Again, living thing need food and water to stay alive, whereas non-living thing do not need food and water. The next one is respiration. Everybody say respiration. Very good. Respiration is a process in living organisms involving the production of energy, typically with the intake of oxygen and release of carbon dioxide. Can you read it again with me? Okay. Respiration is a process in living organisms involving the production of energy, typically with the intake of oxygen and release of carbon dioxide. Very good. Basically, Respiration is explained as the way we breathe. Everybody, inhale, exhale. That is respiration. It's the way we breathe air. Living things needs air, while non-living things does not need air. Did you get it? Again, living things needs air, while non-living things does not need air. Very good. The next one is growth. Everybody say growth. Growth is the process of increasing in physical size. Again, growth is the process of increasing in physical size. Very good. I have here a picture of a rabbit. From 9 months old, the rabbit became 4 to 5 years old. And from 4 to 5 years old, it became 10 to 12 years old. This process shows the process of growing or growth. Therefore, living thing grow while non-living thing does not grow. Again, living thing grow while non-living thing does not grow. Did you get it? Very good. Okay, the next one is reproduction. Everybody say reproduction. Very good. Reproduction is the production of offspring or a baby by sexual or asexual process. Can you read it again with me? Reproduction is the production of offspring or a baby by sexual or asexual process. Reproduction is basically explained as having a baby or having a young. Did you get it? Okay. As you can see here, the rabbit has its own young. This is an example of a reproduction, just like your dog. When your dog gives birth to a puppy, it is an example of reproduction. As well as the cat. When the cat gives birth to a kitten, it is considered as reproduction. Therefore, living things makes its young or baby, while non-living things does not make its own young. Did you get it? Very good. Let's now proceed to movement. Everybody say movement. Very good. Movement is an act of changing of physical location or position. Again, movement is an act of changing of physical location or position. Just like this rabbit. As you can see here, the rabbit is running around. The rabbit is living things. That's why the rabbit can move on its own. As well as you. You can walk, you can run, you can jump because you are living thing. Therefore, living thing moves on its own while non-living thing does not moves on its own. Just like this phone. This cell phone will not move on its own unless I touch it. Because this cell phone is an example of, yes, this cell phone is an example of non-living thing. The next characteristic is response to stimulus. Everybody say response to stimulus. Very good. Response to stimulus is the ability of an organism to respond to external changes around it. Can you read it again with me? Response to stimulus is the ability of an organism to respond to external changes around it. Very good. It's like for example, the rabbit in this picture is running towards a leaf to protect itself from the rain. While this rabbit does not respond to the rain at all. As you can see here, the rabbit is wet. Therefore, living thing responds to changes around it while non-living thing does not respond to changes around it. Did you get it? Very good. The next one is excretion. Everybody say excretion. Excretion is the process of removing waste from the body. Excretion is the process of removing waste from the body. Yes, very good. Basically, excretion is explained as the way of pooping and peeing. Take a look at this picture. As you can see here, the rabbit has a poop around it. The rabbit needs to remove waste from its body. That's why the rabbit poops. Just like you, after you eat your dinner, you go to the toilet, right? Because you need to remove waste from your body. Because you are an example of living thing. That's why living thing remove waste from its body, while non-living thing do not remove waste from its body. Again, living thing remove waste from its body, while non-living things do not remove waste from its body. Did you get it? Very good. Okay, did you understand our lesson for today? Very good. Do you learn something today? Very good. Now, let's have a recap. Which of the two pictures shows a living thing? Which of the two pictures shows a living thing? Is this one or this one? Which of them shows a living thing? What is your answer? Very good. This picture shows the example of living thing. What are the different characteristics of a living thing? Did you still remember? What are the different characteristics of a living thing? Can you give me one? Yes, nutrition. Very good. The other one is respiration. Next one is growth. Next one is reproduction. Next one is movement. Next one is response to stimulus. And the last one is excretion. So, that are the different characteristics of living things. Again, the different characteristic of living thing is nutrition, respiration, growth, reproduction, movement, response to stimulus, and excretion. Do you get it? Very good. Okay, let's proceed to things can be what? Things can be living and non-living. Whereas living things needs food and water, while non-living thing does not need food and water. Again, living things needs air, while non-living thing does not need air. Living thing grows, while non-living thing does not grow. Living thing makes young or baby, while non-living thing does not make young. Living thing moves on its own, while non-living thing cannot move on its own. Living thing responds to stimulus. Non-living thing does not respond to stimulus. Living thing removes waste from its body, while non-living thing does not remove waste from its body. Did you get it? Did you all remember the characteristics of living and non-living thing? Very good. Did you learn something today? Very good. Okay. For your homework, for our laboratory activity, bring the following materials tomorrow. Bring earthworm, transparent box, lamp, cardboard box, stopwatch, torchlight, and black paper. Did you list it on your notebook? Very good. So that's all for today, class. Thank you for listening. Again, I am Teacher April, your science teacher today. Bye! See you soon!